This is a frighteningly good team to try to defend.
It is, unless it's the third round of the playoffs. Then they become super easy to defend because everybody's afraid to take a jump shot.
You were in the studio today recording some of that basketball knowledge with Kevin Harlan. What's that experience like? One of the most iconic broadcasters around basketball.
Stand by my side, though, okay? If you don't mind, would you
Don't
stand
put
right...
Kevin Harlan. Kevin Harlan's a national treasure. Leave the man alone. He's great, and he's just one of those guys who should be doing this for a living. Like, there's certain guys where they just have the voice and the energy. And
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Rudy Gobert is still a...
Yeah, BA, very understandable. Thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Hardaway.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Whiteside, Iguodala out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Rose in at the 2. Jimmy Butler is out there with Morant. Then there's Oubre, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Clark in at the power forward. Now here's Butler, following the miss by Derrick Rose. And Gobert kicks to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Rose. And it's Butler missing. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Yeah, but you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
The pass to Iguodala. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. Chris, if your team's style of play doesn't seem to be working, do you still have time within a season to change it?
There's always time, as long as everyone is on the same page. And if something's not working, the worst thing you can do is to keep going in that direction. You need to bring everyone in, let them know the mistakes that we've made, let them know our new outlook, and ask everyone, are they in on it? And if they're not, those guys that aren't in on it, you stay in the locker room. We'll be back after the game. And if everyone's in on it, we're going to have a heck of a time. We're going to have a heck of a time because now we have a new outlook. And sometimes with a new outlook, it brings positive energy.
Rose, no good. Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Oubre. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first win.
And Giannis throws it down.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Clark. Antetokounmpo defending. Outside Butler. A three-pointer is right on target.
That was a long time coming. Took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
Now here's Giannis. He's guarded closely. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now here's Morant. Defended by Beverly. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's the break. Here's Rose. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Morant passes to Butler. To the inside. Here's Clark. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
And that one falls for Clark.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And so Clark nails both of them. Boston leading by 6. Giannis outside. Over in the corner, Rose hits the three-point bomb. Rose has got his second basket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rose has gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. To the middle, here's Clark, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Rose. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future. And a chance to check out the numbers for Patrick Beverley, averaging about 7 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Butler against Rose. Butler kicks to Gobert. Oubre passes to Morant. 4 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. Second is Hassan Whiteside.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Rose against Butler. Rose kicks to Beverly.
Hey, yo, right here.
Shoots over Morant. And it's Beverly missing.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Rose against Butler. Inside, here's Clark. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
And that one falls for Clark. And so Clark nails both of them. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up with players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, with the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Morant.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Antetokounmpo. He's perfect from the line this time. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Now, here's Oubre, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Outside Butler. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Iguodala. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Whiteside. 11 feet away. Gobert pulls it in. Butler passes to Morant. Back to Butler. Oubre on the wing. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Over Noel, and good. You got the English that time as it falls. Boston leading by 7.
Get the perimeter. Here we go. Get a good look.
Outside Rose.
Let's get a good shot.
Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Butler goes in. And Boston with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rose looking around. Pass to Whiteside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, nice, strong drive there. If that's who's going to be guarding him, then he's got some weight to throw around.
And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
That one misses for Whiteside.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Strong display of athleticism from Barnes. I love guys that aren't afraid to drive the lane and take some contact.
Now here's Barton. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Robertson kicks to Noel. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Home team on D. 7-point differential. Here's the teardrop. And it's Barton that time on the assist by Beverly.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Hassan Whiteside. 2nd in blocks, and he's 3rd in the league in rebounding. Just a tremendous motor. He is always in pursuit of the ball.
And as you said, 1 rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane. Howard kicks to Hardaway. Passes to Morant. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Boston. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
And, you know, for Boston, they are, in my eyes, one of the big surprises of the young season. I mean, no doubt the talent was there, but I just didn't think it would come together this fast.
Yeah, you weren't alone in thinking that, but you got to credit the coaching staff. I mean, they've done a terrific job.
2 on the clock. Barnes can't get it to go. Boston leading by 9. Here's Barton. Barnes grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Now here is Hardaway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. He kicks it to Bridges. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. Noel, and the layup's good off the glass. And Boston leads by 11.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Stolen by Beverly. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Now here's Morant. He's coming off a 10-point game again.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Now here's Robertson, following the miss by Miles Bridges. There's the pass to Whiteside. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Morant with it. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And Whiteside sends it back. Beverly feeling it out a bit. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Morant.
Oh, and Beverly's a guy who loves physical contact. He really tries his best to absorb the contact on his shots to draw these fouls.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he can't get the first one. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also.
choose the top player winter winner. Last week, you voted for your 2 finalists. But this week, you choose who gets that 500,000 BC. Your first finalist, Dylan Stevens, 12. Now, your second finalist, Yuckle.
And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Bond.
And he's lost some of his feel for the three-point shot. It's been a tough month for him from long range compared to earlier in the season. And now he might be starting to press, which can lead to even more problems.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Iguodala out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Rose. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Morant is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Howard. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Clark in at the small forward. Here's Rose. Following the basket by Dwight Howard. Here's Giannis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Steve, tonight we have a great matchup at the center spot. Talk about how that position has evolved over the last couple of years.
I think because of the rules, Kevin, there's not a lot of space when guys are posting up because of the defensive rules right now. You can sit in a post guy's lap, especially if he's dominant. So I think guys, as a post player now, saying I got to go out to the three-point line, I got to go out to the free throw line to be able to have some spacing to make shots.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
I like Gobert's attack mentality around the rim. You can tell he loves to throw it down.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He had a 30-point outing their last game against New York.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Clock at 6. Here's Rose. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Clark. Second free throw, no good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
The offensive rebound. Beverly for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here's Morant. He's coming off a 10-point game again.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And a really nice job by Howard to come up with a high percentage interior shot. His shot selection has been superb.
Now here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New York.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Butler against Rose. Pass to Clark.
Hey, yo, look at the clock.
From deep. And Boston with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And a lot of that was game plan, putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
They understood what the defense was trying to take away and game planned a great strategy to take advantage of it.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the shot's good. Gobert's got his second bucket tonight.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Now the pass to Iguodala. Passes it to Whiteside. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet.
Not to be denied. And what do you expect from Hassan Whiteside? He's full of confidence.
Morant passes to Butler. Now Howard. Down low. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Butler against Giannis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
He's off on the first. So he can't get either to fall. You know, Steve, we know teams rest guys down the stretch, but what do you think about resting guys mid-season so that they're fresh at the end?
I think if you are a team that's been through these playoff runs, long championship runs, and you still know you have a chance to win, I think it's kind of unfair to us fans when you have a team that might not get to the finals and you're starting to rest guys and there's no benefit at the end. If there's a benefit at the end for the players, organization, and fans, I'm all for it. But if it's not, I don't like to see guys resting.
Here's Gobert following the basket by Giannis. Butler attacking, and it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
This is the shot you want, right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And that one's good by Giannis.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Morant. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Takes a shot at the elbow. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Iguodala.
And Iggy demonstrating his trademark defense yet again. Just a sensational shot blocker.
They shoot again. The shot missing. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And as good as a team as they were a year ago, they hated to see these guys in their middles. Just couldn't get it done against.
The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scores in the NBA over the last month. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Free throw good. Giannis. Barnes, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Barnes dishes to Morant. A floater, and Whiteside sends it back.
With that long wingspan, Hassan Whiteside saying, no, not in my house.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Clark. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Boston. Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. The fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Ja Morant. Putting up about 18 points per, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
And boy, when Morant stretches the floor, those driving lanes just get bigger.
a dunk by Robertson.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, earlier I spoke with Brad Stevens, and he said Jimmy Butler poses a challenge. One of the top wing players in the league and one of the hardest workers. You have to bring your heart at, or he'll embarrass you. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw missing. Will Barton, he's checked in for Boston. And he can't hit the second. 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Hardaway, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Yeah, easy call.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hardaway. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
They really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
It's good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now here's Morant. D right on him.
And if you let the little guy get airborne before you slide over to block him out, he can and will embarrass you on the boards.
Now here's Beverly. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Here's Giannis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw.
Relax on the first.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Nerlens Noel checks in for Whiteside. And both free throws good for Giannis. 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Here's Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score, and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Now here's Barton. He's coming off a 19-point game against New York.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game. He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Now here's Morant, defended by Beverly. Morant with it. He has 5 from 13. Rebound Boston. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
You know, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Hardaway. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Robertson. To the paint. Here's Noel. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
Now here's Morant. Martin defending. And finished off by Morant.
You see the quickness there. Once Morant feels like he's got a step on you, it's over.
Here's Giannis. Hardaway with the steal. Barnes passes to Morant. Knocked loose. Giannis with it. He's picked up by Morant. And Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Morant kicks to Baines. Hardaway against Clarkson. Hardaway, no good. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Boston. 6-point game. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Now here's Hardaway. Here's Morant. Misses in close.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Here's Hardaway. After the basket by Boston. Unloads from 13. Baines, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball is right there.
Now, here's Clarkson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Morant. It's a 10-point game. There's 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Baines kicks to Hardaway. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Barnes. Barton with the rebound.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. And the jumper is good. Morant's got 9 points.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Boston. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming. You learn about Jimmy Butler, difficult journey to where he is now.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Morant. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Baines in at the 5 spot. And for Boston, Antetokounmpo out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hero in at the shooting guard position.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Miles Bridges. Smitty, certain guys, due to their size or just playing style, are harder to officiate than others. I've always believed that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, back in my day, it was Shaq. How do you officiate him? Is he creating contact or he is absorbing contact? James Harden at a guard spot is one of those guys. Giannis, I also think, is one of those guys. And Russell Westbrook. Those are my guys I think that are playing right now.
They're just such different players, aren't they? I mean, they're just very difficult to officiate.
And they play through contact well.
Yes, good point. Dwight Howard's checked in for Aaron Baines. Rose, he's checked in for Boston. To the inside, it'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Barnes.
Barnes is just so well developed from anywhere on the floor.
Rose passes to Noel. Back to Rose. Here's Clarkson. Offline with his 3. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Morant dishes to Howard. To the middle. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut back down to 8 points. They needed that one from Morant.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 are coming off assists.
Clarkson kicks to Rose. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Hero. His 3-pointers off the mark. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Bobbed up there for Howard. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
And you look at Morant, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Outside Hardaway. Down low, Howard. And the rejection by Noel. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Both teams deciding to change it up. Shot from the inbound. Bridges misses. Boston leading by 8. Over in the corner, Rose. He dishes it to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Butler against Rose. Three-pointer. Butler, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
Stolen by Beverly. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. And so here's the home team. They trail by 14. Inside to stop the run. No good there. Great D that time from Iguodala. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now. And it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
The drive by Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the
yep.
flushing of the toilet right there.
You're like a fierce two-hander. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. Take a look at Clark, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
He's been a factor on the inside. An impressive stretch for him defensively.
Beverly, the pass to Whiteside. Giannis is double. To the middle. Here's Rose. Gobert with the defensive effort.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Pass to Morant. And Iguodala comes to help. Clark. And Boston with the rebound. Giannis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Rose surveying the D. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Iguodala outside. And the pass to Whiteside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
The first free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Oubre's checked in for Miles Bridges. Boston also with the sub. Robertson, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Boston with the ball. Here's Boston now. They're on a 12-3 run right now. And Beverly kicks to Whiteside. Passes it to Giannis. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Morant, defended by Beverly. Butler passes to Oubre. Here's Gobert. And the rejection by Giannis. Pass to Whiteside. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. Clark, the pass to Morant. And Whiteside sends it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Butler on the wing. Defended by Robertson.
He just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Now Beverly. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Robertson kicks to Giannis. From the line. And it's Morant with the rebound. About 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Smitty, the NBA now preventing teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the first one drops. Boston making a switch here. Barton is checked in. And both free throws good for Oubre. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. Barton outside. Pass to Whiteside. The pass to Antetokounmpo. And the shot goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 33 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Clark. He's coming off a 13-point game again.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Clark. Butler on the wing. We saw him with 29 points last game. Count it, good.
Jimmy Butler is a smooth operator. So good at making those shots.
Now here's Barton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Six on the shot clock. Here's Whiteside, and he banks in the layup. And Boston leads by 15.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Baines kicks to Oubre. Pass to Butler. It's rebounded by Robertson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Antetokounmpo against Oubre. A step-back shot here. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Butler dishes to Baines. Baines out of bounds. Boston takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And here's Boston. They're on a 16-7 run. Beverly, the pass to Whiteside. Gobert with the block.
You got to keep your head on a swivel when you go up against Rudy Gobert.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Pass to Whiteside. To the inside. And to Kumbo. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Great patience from the young big man. The game's slowing down for Whiteside. You can see that.
Yep, that one goes. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Beverly, the pass to Whiteside. The dish to Giannis. From outside, off the mark. 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And let's review some numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. How about 44 points per, 19 rebounds, and 7 assists? But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Back to Barton. He feeds it to Whiteside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Great body control. Whiteside finishing through contact and gets the and one.
So both teams making some changes here. For Boston, they have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Pass to Butler. The shot from 20 feet away. Missed that one. Still looking for a shot. Just 2 for 9. Here's Hero. Guarded by Hardaway. And here's Clarkson. And so it's Boston with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up and playing better or just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. We talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block. He's got one of those streaks going lately where it doesn't seem like he can be stopped. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
We're seeing the Giannis effect. First player to ever finish in the top 20 in all 5 major statistical categories. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? It doesn't speak for his overall impact, but I just want to tell you, that's impressive.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And, you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. They've got Howard. Morant is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Clark in at the 3 spot. Here's Whiteside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
First one falls for him. And so Clark nails both of them. And Boston has possession. Down low, here's Antetokounmpo.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
At 36%, they really seem out of sync offensively. Butler with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Morant with it. The 10-footer. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Iguodala wide open. They grab their own miss. Gobert with the block.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
The pass to Morant. To the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Morant. And it's 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
The evolution of Gobert's offense, much more fluid now at that end.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Dishes to Rose. Back to Antetokounmpo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got 39.
Slicing and dicing Derrick Rose, picking the defense apart with the pass.
Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Passes it to Howard. Here's Clark. Shot clock at 6. Over Iguodala. No good from Clark. Boston leading by 16. Pass to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I'll tell you, Whiteside doesn't have to get too far off the ground to throw it down.
Now here's Morant. Defended by Beverly. Pass to Howard. And Gobert kicks to Howard. Here's Butler. Here's Gobert. Pops in the layup for 2. Gobert's got 8 points.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
Ball stolen. Here's Clark. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Butler against Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's the danger in guarding Jimmy Butler. The defense gets a little bit overzealous, and they foul him.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes. Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
And so Butler nails both of them. And, Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of a big city. It gives him an excuse
to really just lock in.
And now, look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Washington Wizards. And then on Sunday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Detroit Pistons.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
It's Giannis with the drive. They retain possession. 5 to shoot. Butler with the steal. And here we go. It's Butler. And Boston with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. And they double up Giannis. Down low. Here's Beverly. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. There's the double team from Whiteside. Gobert can't hit.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Butler. Up again.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And now, the first timeout called here for Boston.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. Boston also with the sub. Noel's checked in. Outside Rose. Butler with the steal. The feed to Clark. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Robertson, he's checked in for Boston. So it's Boston now. They lead by 11. Right side Rose, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Derrick Rose, the former Memphis Tiger, has a great combination of speed and athleticism.
And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was, as he was electric.
And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league.
And the second free throw, good. I think it's leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Morant with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And finished off by Morant.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Giannis outside. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
What's up? He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
He's been getting to the line, now his 6th trip in the game. Both teams will make substitutions.
One shot.
Gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Butler passes to Hardaway. The three. No good on the shot. Now Boston takes it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Robertson the pass to Rose. Kicks to Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Noel. And Noel throws it down.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Hardaway up top. He's covered by Rose. Stolen by Clarkson. He's all alone. Over Barnes. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Clarkson's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Basket good. And Boston leads by 19.
Made shot by Derrick Rose. Reason why his ability to drive the basketball in the teeth of the defense.
Butler goes in. And nothing is falling for him right now.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
So both teams changing it up here. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Here's Baines. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hardaway. That one a little long.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Barton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Barton's got his first points in this one. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Butler kicks to Hardaway. The three. It's hauled in by Hero.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. Will Barton third, and of course, Tyler Hero.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
Shooting two.
Free throw good. Giannis. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Here's Butler. He's got 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Clock at 6. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
When Butler's not challenging at the rim, this is the next best thing. Does a lot of his damage from the mid-range.
Robertson the pass to Barton. Oubre with the steal. And there's the pass to Barnes. Outside Hardaway. To the inside. Here's Butler. Good work there as it goes. Butler's got 8 points in the quarter.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Kept alive. Here's Giannis. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Passes it to Baines. They get a hand on it. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the dunk by Robertson.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Hardaway passes to Butler. Back to Hardaway. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Jimmy Butler. Right around 21 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
And he makes the first.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Whiteside's checked in for Robertson. He hits both from the stripe. Boston leading by 23. Barton passes to Whiteside. He kicks to Clarkson. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kelly Oubre.
An absolute monster inside. Whiteside moving bodies around. Earns himself a trip to the charity stripe.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
It's hard to intimidate Whiteside because he's usually the guy on the end doing the intimidating.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. Shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Butler passes to Baines. Clarkson against Hardaway. Oubre outside. It was last touched by Whiteside. Just 3 to shoot. Drops in the tray. 15 points for Jimmy Butler.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
27 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Launches a 3. Misses there.
Once again, the disruptive defense of Whiteside, staying active, staying connected.
And so it's Boston, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Boston, we've got Patrick Beverly, Antetokounmpo out there with Whiteside. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Hero into the shooting guard.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Giannis passes to Hero. Whiteside with it. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. Now, here's Beverly. He's tightly guarded. Oubre against Barton. Oubre can't get it to go.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
This is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Howard against Whiteside. Boston needs to get off a shot. And here's Giannis from outside. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Morant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
And the free throw, no good.
And as good as Morant's been, there's still plenty of upside. One of the younger players to enter the draft in 2019. And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
One shot.
And done a much better job from the line this had. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Pass to Howard. He dishes it to Morant. Back to Howard. Pass to Clark.